Now it is D47 AM popping off as much rugby league information as possible. Finally up to the last wooden spoon. Well, not the last one ever, but the most recent wooden spoon. 2024 wooden spoon in the Australian Rugby League Young West Tigers, and so you don't miss any imperative rugby league information watching this video all the way through to the end as per always. So, this here, the third of the Tigers' three-peat of wooden spoons, in my opinion, the worst of the lot. In my opinion, not the very worst wooden spoon of all time, but definitely the worst one like in recent times, and up there with the worst wooden spoons of all times. Because this one they had every chance of avoiding, but still found a way to get it. In 2024, Tigers have played a fair bit better than in 2022 and 2023, but when it came down to the crunch, push comes to shove, they found themselves in a wooden spoon battle with Parramatta at Campbelltown Stadium on a Friday night, and were pulverised 60-26 by Parramatta, who finished third last. So they pretty much deserved the wooden spoon doing that. So, West Tigers in 2024, they played 27 rounds, so they played 24 games, 6 wins, 18 losses, and 3 byes, 18 competition points. And the most disturbing thing was that heading into that round 27 wooden spoon battle with Parramatta, they'd actually won their previous 2 games and had a bye. In rounds 24, 25, and 26, they'd actually picked up their 2 competition points 3 consecutive weeks, which is very unusual for them. So I thought, and I think a lot of people thought, that they would have had enough petrol in the tank to avoid the wooden spoon, but still collapsed the way they did against Parramatta. And we'll talk specifically about that game later in this video. So, West Tigers stats in 2024, they'd scored 463 points in attack, which is better than usual, but they conceded 750 in defence, so the usual defensive debacle, conceding over 30 points per game. For and against minus 287, which is also a debacle, similar to their 2022 and 2023 for and against. The score was a bit better though. So the leading point scorer, Apasai Coruscant, and he got a century of points. Finally, a Tigers player got 100 points. Coruscant got 5 tries, 43 goals, 106 points for West Tigers in 2024. And the leading try scorers, Dream Buller got 10 and Charlie Stones got 9. So they had 2 players getting some tries and Buller getting double-figure tries, getting 10 tries. So, and early in the season, up till round 11, it looked like they were improving. Because even though they were losing games, they weren't losing by too much, you know what I mean? They were losing by 8 or 10 or 12 points, respectable margins most of the games. But in round 12, the bad old ways returned and the embarrassing moments came along thick and fast. Yeah, and eventually their season just ended up another catastrophe. But, like I said, the fact that they won 6 games in 2024 compared to winning only 4 games in 2022 and 2023, and the fact that they had every chance of avoiding the wooden spoon, which they pretty much didn't in 2022 and 2023, that's why this one's the most embarrassing in my opinion. So, the 6 games that West Tigers did win in 2024, the 6 moments in the sun, in round 3, 32-6 win over Cronulla Sharks at Leichhardt Oval on Saturday night. In round 4, in an all-time classic, 17-16 win over Parramatta at Campbelltown Stadium on Easter Monday. That was 16-all before Aidan Caesar kicked the field goal for Tigers to put them in front 17-16, before Parramatta's Clint Govison infamously missed the penalty goal that would have won it for Parramatta 18-17. So Tigers right in their luck to win that one, but it was a high-quality game for 2 teams way down the bottom of the ladder. It's always great to see. Tigers' other wins in 2024, in round 15, they managed to beat Gold Coast Titans 18-10 at Leichhardt on Saturday afternoon, and in round 16 they managed to beat Canberra Raiders 48-24 at Campbelltown on Sunday afternoon. So, yeah. But just before those 2 wins and just after it, all the embarrassing losses were coming thick and fast, coming left, right and centre. And then, like I already said, at the end of the season, in round 24, they'd beaten South Sydney 18-16 at Campbelltown on Saturday night, and in round 25 they'd beaten Manly 34-26 at Leichhardt on Thursday night. So, and in round 26 they had a bye. So yeah, 3 consecutive games leading into the last round, round 27. 3 consecutive rounds, consecutive weeks they picked up their competition points. And this was a sold-out game at Campbelltown Stadium on the Friday night to avoid the wooden spoon against Parramatta. I got my ticket just in time, just before it sold out, so I was lucky enough to go. And with it all to play for, and with a sold-out home crowd behind them, you know what I mean, and a huge build-up and an awesome electric atmosphere at the venue, yeah, they crumbled and managed to lose 60-26, but keep thinking about that. Before then, all the other embarrassing moments, not just the 60-26 wooden spoon loss. So West Tigers' other embarrassing moments in 2024, like I said, up until round 11, they weren't losing their games by big margins most of the time. like they were competitive, like for like one half of the game or for maybe 60 minutes of the game they were at least competitive. But around 12, they went back to the bad old rubbish and went down to Cowboys 42-28 in Townsville. Now at least that wasn't 74-0, which is what they lost to Cowboys by in 2023 around 18. But still, conceding 42 points showed that those defensive woes had not improved like we thought they might have, like we thought they were on the way to improving before that earlier in the season. And then in round 14, so round 12 they lost to Cowboys 42-28, round 13 a bye. And then in round 14, this one I absolutely can't believe, this embarrassing moment, playing St George Illawarra Dragons at Wollongong on Friday night, they actually led 14-12 at half time. So it was Tigers 14, Dragons 12 at half time. I'm thinking, okay, all right. Look, they've been playing better so far this year. Okay, they might hang on and just win this. Somehow, believe it or not, somehow in the second half they managed to concede 44 points to nil in the second half. And after leading 14-12 at half time, they ended up going down to Dragons 56-14. So Dragons 44 unanswered points in the second half. And the main culprit was the Dragons' Zach Lomax, who picked up a club record 3 tries and 10 goals, 32 points in the one game. He managed to breeze past poor old Tigers. And that's the all-time record for most points in a game by any St George Illawarra player. St George Dragons and the Illawarra Steelers both standalone teams. I don't actually know what the record is for most points in the game, but as the merged venture, St George Illawarra Dragons, Zach Lomax has 32 points in this one. 2024 round 14 is the most points in the game by any St George Illawarra player. So then, like I already said, in round 15 and round 16, they beat Titans, beat Raiders, thinking, okay, all right, maybe they're steadying the ship, but no. That's when they crumbled like paper again, and the embarrassing losses piled up very quickly. So after beating Titans in round 15 and Raiders in round 16, in round 17, Tigers were thumped by Sydney Roosters 40-6 at Allianz Stadium on the Sunday night. In round 18, were thumped at 40-28 by Melbourne Storm at Leichhardt Oval on the Saturday night. So the losses piling up really, really quickly. In round 19, were destroyed 58-6 by Cronulla at Shark Park on the Friday night. You know what I mean? This one looked like maybe they were playing better, back to the bad old ways, back to the horrible old rubbish ways. In round 22, which is an absolutely ridiculous scoreline. In round 22, again, they were embarrassed by Cowboys, this time at Leichhardt on the Thursday night. And it ended up Cowboys 48, Tigers 30. 78 points in one game, and we all know I can't stand those games where neither team is making a tackle, and there's just a lot of soft touch football tries being scored left, right, and centre. And again, at least they didn't lose to Cowboys 74-0 like they did in 2023 round 18. Still, in 2024 round 22, Cowboys 48, Tigers 30. One of the most ridiculous, lacklustre defensive displays by both teams I've ever seen, and Cowboys definitely weren't happy with their performance, even though they won 48 points to 30. But I missed out round 20. Before round 22, round 20, Tigers have gone down to South Sydney 42-28 at Gosford in the Saturday afternoon game. So then, again, after looking at like maybe they're steadying the ship with the round 24 win against South 18-16 and the round 25 win against Manly 34-26 and the round 26 bye, with it all on the line, all the play forward, they managed to capitulate and lose to Parramatta 60-26 in the 2024 round 27 women's spoon battle. And what I absolutely could not believe was that no less than 5 occasions in this game, right, on no less than 5 occasions, so Parramatta got 11 tries, 5 of Parramatta's 11 tries, nearly half, they came directly after Tigers had either spilt the ball close to the try line, which allowed a Parramatta player to pick it up and just plant it over the line, or they spilt the ball in their own in-goal area, which allowed a Parramatta player to just put his hand on the ball and claim the edge to try and let it score. That does sometimes happen, because it is a high-pressure game. You do expect to make mistakes like that maybe 2 or 3 times in the season, but I've never ever seen 5 times in one game. They give the opposition no less than 5 tries in the one game, which I've never ever seen before, ever, in all my decades watching rugby league. So they pretty much deserve the wooden spoon after they capitulated in the wooden spoon battle like that. So there you go. West Tigers 2024 wooden spoon popped off the worst of their three-peat wooden spoons. Now, with all due respect, I won't be surprised if they get it again next year in 2025. Hopefully they won't. Hopefully they can finally climb up the ladder at least a few spots, you know what I mean? Hopefully they can maybe sneak into the top 8 or at least finish 9th or 10th, go a bit better. Yeah. But unfortunately it doesn't look like things are going to improve for them anytime soon. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end so you didn't miss any imperative rugby league information. And thank you so much for hanging in there with me for over a year while I finished these wooden spoons. I had no idea it was going to take over a year just to get all the wooden spoons done. Finally, we're finished. And next up, just before the end of December, just before the end of the year, we've got a exciting little mini-series called All-Time Shockers. So I've just picked out, I think, about 12 or 13 of some of the worst games we've ever seen. So we'll quickly go over some of the all-time NRL shockers, some of the worst games we've ever seen of all time. One of them this year, not the Tigers Parramatta spoon battle, but one of them, late in this season there. So there you go. Your Boyle Day, 47, thank you so much.